Coulomb's law. The force of attraction or repulsion between 2 point charges is directly proportional to the product of charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. This force acts in the line joining the two charges. Suppose two charges Q1 and Q2 are separated by distance r. Then according to Coulomb's law, the force is directly proportional to the product of charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between these two charges. Here, the proportionality constant K is known as the Coulomb's constant or electrostatic constant. The value of K is taken as 9 into 10 to the power 9 and unit is Newton meter square per Coulomb square. K is also written as 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0, where epsilon 0 is the permittivity of free space. The value of epsilon 0 is 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 and its unit is Coulomb square per Newton meter square. Force between 2 point charges is F. If these charges are doubled and the distance is half, what will be the new force? Here F is equal to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Now the two charges are doubled. That means Q1 dash is equal to 2Q1, Q2 dash is equal to 2Q2 and distance is half. That means R dash is equal to R by 2. New force F dash is written as K Q1 dash Q2 dash divided by R dash square. K, here Q1 dash is 2Q1, Q2 dash is 2Q2 and distance is R by 2 square. So it will be 16K Q1 Q2 divided by R square, but K Q1 Q2 divided by R square is F. That means the force is 16 times or 16F. Electric force between 2 point charges is F. Now if one charge is increased by 10% and other is decreased by 10%, then what will be the new force? Here F is equal to K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. One charge is increased by 10%, say Q1 is increased by 10% and Q2 is decreased by 10%. Distance R dash is equal to R. So the new force F dash is equal to K Q1 dash Q2 dash divided by R square. K, here Q1 is increased by 10%, means it is 1.10 Q1. Q2 is decreased by 10%, that means it is 0.90 Q2 and divided by R square. So it is 0.99 K Q1 Q2 divided by R square, but K Q1 Q2 divided by R square is F. Therefore, F dash is equal to 0.99 F. Coulomb's law in vector form. Let the position vectors of charges Q1 and Q2 with respect to origin are R12 vector and R21 vector. If we write force on charge Q2 due to Q1, then it is given by equation K Q1 Q2 divided by R21 square into R21 unit vector. R21 vector is equal to R2 vector minus R1 vector. If we write R21 unit vector, then it is vector R21 divided by its magnitude. We know that R12 is equal to R1 minus R2 vector. So we can say that R12 is equal to minus R21 vector. If we write force on charge Q1 due to Q2, then it is given by equation K Q1 Q2 divided by R12 square into R12 unit vector. But we know that unit vectors R21 and unit vector R12 are in opposite directions. So we can write like this: F12 is equal to minus F21 vector. If both the charges are positive or negative, then Q1 into Q2 is greater than 0. It means force is greater than 0. That means force is positive. This force shows that it is repulsive force. Here we can say that if f is greater than 0, f is positive, then r21 vector and f21 vector are in same direction. If both the charges are opposite, that means one is positive and another one is negative, then the product q1 q2 is less than 0, which means force is less than 0, that means force is negative. This force shows that they are attractive in nature. Here we can say that r21 vector and f21 vector are in opposite direction. Forces between multiple charges. Suppose there are 4 charges in the system q1, q2, q3 and q4, and we require the force on charge q1. Then the force on charge q1 is given by equation f1 is equal to f12 vector plus f13 vector plus f14 vector. So it is k q1 q2 divided by r12 square r12 cap k q1 q3 divided by r13 square r13 cap and k q1 q4 divided by r14 square into r14 cap. For example, 3 equal charges are kept on a vertices of equilateral triangle. The side of triangle is A. Suppose we require the force on charge which is at Q, at A. We require the force on charge Q which is kept on A. So the total force on this charge will be given by FAB plus FAC. So it is the vector sum of the forces due to the charge B on A and due to the charge C on A. Now first we talk about magnitude. FAB, it is given by K. Charge on A is Q, charge on B is Q, and the distance between A and B is A. So here A square. So K Q square by A square. So it is F. Here FAC is equal to charge on A, charge on C, and distance between A and C. So it is K Q square by A square. Let this K Q square by A square is taken as F. Now direction. The force on B and A is repulsive force. So the direction of AB vector is like this. The force between these two charges is also a repulsive force. So here it will be FAC. Now this angle is 60. So this angle is also 60. So angle between two forces is 60 degree. Then the total force or net force on A is given by equation FAB square plus FAC square plus 2FAB FAC cos 60. Here FAB square means F square, FAC square means F square, 2FF F square, cos 60 is 1/2. 2 cancel out, so it is root 3 F square. So net force on A is root 3F, where F is equal to K Q square by A square. Here 4 similar Q charges are kept on the corners of a square ABCD. The side of square is A. Suppose we require the force on B. So the force on B is given by equation FBA vector plus FBC vector plus FBD vector. Now the magnitudes of these vectors FBA. So K, charge on B, charge on A, and the distance between A and B is A. So it is A square. So K Q square by A square. Let K Q square by A square is F. Similarly, the force between B and C, K, charge on B, charge on C, the distance between B and C is A. So A square. So K Q square by A square, this is also F. Now the force between F, B, D, so K, charge on B, charge on D, and the distance between B and D is root 2a. So here root 2a square, so it is K q square divided by 2a square, but K q square by a square is F, so this will be F by 2. Now the direction. Repulsive force between these two, so here FBA will be in this direction. Repulsive force between these two, so here FBC is upward. And the repulsive force between these two, so this force is here FBD. Now the angle between FBC and FBA is 90. So the net force of these two is given by FBC square plus FBA square plus 2 FBC FBA cos 90, but cos 90 is 0, so third step will be 0. So here it is F square plus F square root 2 F square. So the resultant force of these two forces is root 2F. Now the resultant force of these two forces is in this direction. This is F dash. F dash and FBD are in the same direction, so the total force on B is given by F dash plus FBD. F dash is root 2F and FBD is F by 2. Take the F as common, root 2 plus 1 by 2. So FB, here the value of F is equal to K q square by a square root 2 plus 1 by 2. Sometimes we write K as 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0. Then the answer will be q square by 4 pi epsilon 0 a square root 2 plus 1 by 2. This is the total force on charge B.